Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Tri-C winners of 20 straight games. They look to make it 21 and 22 games won in a row today as they welcome in Clark State for a doubleheader. It's the Triceratops and the Eagles up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Good afternoon from Ron Mottl Field on the campus of Cuyahoga Community College, as today we have the Triceratops taking on Clark State on SmeeSports. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Nathan Smee, Cameron Ragazzo on the call alongside me. An exciting one on hand today. Tri-C, they are having a historically great season. 21-5 their record with 2 wins today, 21 straight and 22 straight wins. When's the last time you've seen a run like that?
The Cleveland Indians back then when Jay Bruce hit that double down the line.
I was about to mention Jay Bruce if you did not bring him up, but it has been a long time since this area has seen a winning streak like that. Very impressive work from Coach Stahlberg and company. Keep in mind, they did begin the year 1-5, so a great rebound from them. They are one of the best hitting teams in all of Division II JUCO. Entering play tonight, 360 as a team average. And what's even more impressive than that, they have a .509 on-base percentage. Otherwise, meaning 1 out of every 2 batters that steps in the box, they reach.
That's just an insane stat. I mean, like, that means every other player that's coming up is getting on.
Like, that's insane work.
Yeah, that's just crazy to think about. That's weird to say out loud.
There are just so many good hitters on this Tri-C team. Overall, through their 26 games, 18 home runs, 3 of which came from Brock Miller. We will see him in game 1. He is hitting in the 4-hole. So many big guys that can really change a game. Who do you look forward to seeing today?
Probably Brock Miller. Like you said, 3 home runs. We've seen a couple of them, and they were big.
A couple of no-doubters as well from Kyle Figure, Pat Farrell, another great player. Jackson Bowles, do not sleep on him as well. We will mention it a lot tonight. If you come from the Federal League, you have that extra chip on your shoulder, but Jackson Bowles has embraced that really well and is doing a great job for Tri-C. And talking to some of his former teammates, they think that he has the talent to go D1.
I mean, absolutely. He's been great this year, and if he keeps it up, he could very well be going that way.
As for Clark State, they're 8-8 on the year through 16 games. They've had some nice competition so far. This is a potential game that they could really put themselves on the map. If they take one off of Tri-C, not only will they get win number 9, but they will end one of the largest winning streaks in the entire country at this level. A lot of weight on their shoulders tonight, but they have the talent to really pull off the upset. It just depends on how Tri-C comes out in these games. From what we've seen in these doubleheaders so far, Cam, game 1 is all about offense, and game number 2, all about that defense.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. Game 1, usually it gets out a little bit to a slow start maybe in the first couple innings, but then Tri-C just has a big inning with 8 or 9 runs that we've seen, and it's pretty much all she wrote from there. And then Game 2, usually kind of more a pitcher's duel, kind of what you expect, but Tri-C has been able to kind of eke out those wins in the later innings.
And eke out is exactly what they have done. One of the most talented teams at this level. Cam, what are your keys to victory for the Triceratops?
I think if they keep getting up there, keep getting runners on like they've been doing all year long, and like I always say, have that timely hitting to be able to get those runners around the base. Keep playing solid, great defense. Don't compound errors, because that could lead to throwing the ball away and could lead to the Eagles scoring more runs. And lastly, it's all about the pitching and the first pitch strike. It's important to start every strike off, every count off 0-1, and they really got to try and do that.
And a big reason why they can is the man on the mound right now, Keegan Gilbride. A great start to his season. What does he need to do tonight?
Like I said, he's just got to throw strikes and getting able to get batters out quickly. We saw it last time. Great innings from him. And hopefully he will be able to do the same thing tonight. He's warming up right now. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but looks like we should be good to go.
It looked like they decided to freeze up at the last second there. There is Keegan Gilbride on the mound getting ready for Tri-C. He will be tasked with taking down Cody Myers, Adam Berger, and Austin Papalios to begin the game from Clark State. A lot of firepower in this offense for Tri-C, but based on the way that they have played this year, I think defense could really win them these 2 games.
Absolutely.
And obviously with the time change for this game, we will see how that affects both sides, because this was supposed to be a 4:30 and 6:30. Instead, due to impending weather, we start a little bit earlier at 3 p.m. It is officially 2:58 on our count, and the first pitch is away and in the zone. 0-1 on Myers.
Exactly how you want to start your day. Good strike on the outside corner.
And Gilbride was really known for getting that first pitch strike, and he has it here. The 0-1, fouled away. A good amount of power on that cut. Going back to the Monday game that we covered here on SmeeSports, it was Alliance Perry, a blowout game in the end as Alliance put up 14 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning, but Perry kept themselves in that game for one reason and one reason only, the foul balls. The 0-2, a good ride into left field, still going on back, and it is finally snagged by Rich for out number 1. A simple flyout, a good amount of power off the bat, but it looked a little bit too good to be true in the first couple of seconds.
Yeah, kind of just got a little bit too far under that and ends up flying out to left field. But for the pitcher, good 3 straight strikes, 1 out already. Looking pretty good so far.
That's exactly how you want to start the game if you are Keegan Gilbride and Tri-C. Another launched ball to the left side and foul. A little bit more power this time around.
That probably had a chance if it was fair.
Instead, it is 0-1. The pitch. Hit to the right side this time, and once again, out of play, foul. Maybe the precursor of Monday will be repeated here. 2 strikes on Berger, the shortstop. Gilbride looking for out number 2. Skied over to the right side, and we will have our 3rd foul ball in a row. Exactly what I said moments ago. A lot of foul contact. That can keep you in a game.
Absolutely. Gets you able to see more pitches. Hopefully pitcher can make a mistake if you're the Eagles here and give you something good to hit.
After Berger, it is Papalios, the catcher, due up. But if you are Clark State right now, your goal is to wear down the starting pitching, make Tri-C go to their bullpen early. Yes, they do have bullpen depth, but at the same time, we have a doubleheader on our hands. You have to be a little bit cautious on how often you use your bullpen, especially in Game 1. The 0-2 runs up and in, 1-2 the count. A good battle from Berger so far. 3 foul balls, and the only pitch that he has seen go by is a ball. Lines that one foul as well. Foul number 4 of this at-bat.
We're going to keep track of that.
I don't think you really can at this rate. Just so many foul balls already in this contest. We are going to lose track quick. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball left side, up the left field line. Scooped. The throw across is in time. What a recovery by Brock Miller.
I mean, yeah, kind of knocked it down there with the heel of his glove and then able to pick it up and make a good, strong throw across the diamond for out number 2 there.
That ball really hugged that left field line. It looked like it was going to sneak through, but we have seen Brock Miller flash the leather time and time again. And once again, he wins that one. With 2 down, now up steps Papalios, the catcher. And it is yet another first pitch strike from Gilbride. He is 3 for 3.
Absolutely.
This is the exact start Tri-C wanted defensively. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Breaks in, but not enough.
I think it stayed a little high.
It definitely had the right area of the zone, but just a little bit too up, as you said. 1 ball, 1 strike on Papalios. This one is sent into left center field. Rich comes in from left and is able to get it, retiring the side. 2 put out so far in this one for Rich, and the side is retired in order. We head to the home half of the first inning in Parma. 0-0 your score. Tri-C's hot offense looking to get the day rolling when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Back on for the home half of the first inning on the campus of Tri-C. The Eagles of Clark State go in order to get us underway. Now it is Tri-C's turn offensively. Cam, your thoughts on the top of the first inning? A lot of good contact from Clark State, but when they had that contact, it was either A, foul, or B, right to a defensive player of Tri-C.
Yeah, but like I was talking about with you during the break, they're going up there swinging. They're not afraid to kind of get on the baseball and give it a ride and hope that something good happens. A couple good, well-placed swings just ended up as foul balls or, like you said, right in the outfielder's glove. But still, I like their approach here early.
For Tri-C in the home half of the inning, it is Farrell, Bowles, and Gallagher due up. Gallagher is leading the team with an above 500 batting average so far. A slow start to the year, but Vinny has really found his stride as a two-way player. There is a good chance that we will see him later on in this doubleheader, as there is a decent chance we see him start game 2. I don't think it was announced who is starting, but I wouldn't be surprised to see number 21 come up and start dealing.
Yeah.
But as we said, it starts with Pat Farrell, the freshman from North Royalton. His alma mater taking on Holy Name a little bit later today. We were supposed to have that game, but we had the game when it was supposed to be tomorrow. A lot of storms coming in, so unfortunately we did have to axe that game. We are still pushing to now have our first Holy Name game of the regular season be at Hoban on Thursday. They moved Lake Catholic out of Tuesday to Monday, Wednesday. Those games do not work with our schedule as of right now. So hopefully we will be able to get on the same page later on in the year. A good swing from Farrell into left field. One pitch, and it is a base hit for Tri-C.
Yeah, kind of just went with the baseball there. Went down low, kind of golfed it. Just a nice lob wedge. into left center field for a single.
And we have seen Clark State be aggressive already in this game. I think we are about to see it even more so from Tri-C. Now up steps the lefty Jackson Bowles. Farrell at first base, a good lead for the Triceratops. The second pitch is blocked behind the dish by Papalios.
That was a good block there.
That kept it close because with a team like Tri-C who is hungry to score runs, anything that skips away, it's a base. Every time.
Maybe two with Farrell's speed.
Here's the 1-0. A beautiful break into the zone evens us up at 1-1.
Absolutely. Kind of started in the righty batter's box and just nicked the corner of the plate there.
Sometimes all it takes is a good breaking ball to reset your mindset. The 1-1. Ground ball right side, and it is through. 2 batters up and 2 base hits now for Tri-C. That one from Bowles. Efficiency. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, like we were talking about during the opener, every other hitter, but so far, the first 2 have gotten on just singles. That one right through the right side of the infield, and nothing the Eagles defense could really do. Kind of just found the right hole and ends up moving them along.
And here is the designated hitter, Vinny Gallagher. Gallagher in the 3-hole looking to keep the hit parade rolling. First pitch is in the zone on the bottom left corner. 0-1 the count. A good delivery from Bowles. He hit his spot, and based on those 2 singles, I think he is going to start pitching away from the Triceratops. 0-1 the count. Farrell, a great lead at second. Now an 0-2, another great break into the zone.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times already, and looks like he's going to keep going to that on these 0-1 or 1-0 counts.
Tri-C getting a little bit less aggressive in the 3-hole. Count 0-2, Farrell, a very good lead. The pitch. Hit awkwardly into right field, and it will be caught for out number 1. And finally, Clark State able to put a Triceratop back in the dugout.
Yeah, kind of just hit it off the handle a little, jammed him inside, and little pop up to right.
And now we will see Brock Miller step in for Tri-C. 2 on, 1 down in the bottom of the first inning. The Triceratops looking to get on the board early on in this one. And with Miller's power, we could see 3 cross in the next couple of moments. First pitch skips away to the left side. Farrell is in at third, and in at second is Bowles. 2 runners now in scoring position.
I think that he called it a ball. He did.
But as we said after the first block from Papalios, if anything skips away, it's at least 1 bag. 2 in scoring position. That is not a scenario that Clark State wants to be in given who is in the box for Tri-C. 1 ball. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The low end of the zone is where Bowles is making the most of his strikes.
He's probably going to want to live down there all day.
If you can force a couple of whiffs down low in the zone and then elevate with a high heater, that will work a lot of the time. This time a little bit too low. It is blocked and kept close. 2-1 the count.
And the catcher's just got to keep working back there. Like you said, another good block, but one gets away again, and another run comes home, and the other runner moves up to third.
It is Figure in the on-deck circle for Tri-C. Here's the 2-1. Another good block by Papalios. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the bases could load up for Figure.
I don't know if I want to give Brock Miller a good pitch to hit here.
I don't think you want to give one to Figure either. Or Hazuda, who is in the hole for that matter. 3-1 the count, the pitch. Upstairs, just missing, and that loads up the bases for Tri-C. This is the Tri-C that we know. Kyle Figure. We saw him go yard with a no doubt at the last game we covered for Tri-C. Could we see it again? And this time, mind you, 4-run score.
Yeah, the bases are loaded.
A pressure at bat on both ends of the spectrum. Figure trying to help Tri-C get on the board. Bowles looking to keep Tri-C's offense at bay as much as he can. A very telling at-bat upcoming. The pitch. First is low. The back pick is not in time, and that is how Tri-C gets their first run across. Put runners at second and third. Farrell able to read the throwdown, and it is the Triceratops striking first blood.
Yeah, not the best throwback to first base. Kind of skipped in there, and first baseman couldn't pick it, so it goes to right field, and Triceratops score, and everyone else moves up.
A very risky move to do so. I am almost surprised that they went with that option of attempting that back pick. But either way, 1-0 the count on Figueroa. The pitch. Runs inside and low. 2-0.
Thought that was going to hit him. Kind of curved there at the last second.
After Figueroa, it is Brendan Hazuda, the catcher, in the on-deck circle for the Triceratops. 1-0 Tri-C on top in the bottom of the first. Bulls sets and fires. Another low offering. 3-0. He was attacking really well down low, but now Tri-C, they have caught on, and they are laying off of pretty much everything that is low.
Exactly.
3-0 the count. Hazuda in the on-deck circle. The pitch. It is in there. A good get right from Bulls. 3 balls, 1 strike.
He's kind of just got to live there, or else he's going to go back-to-back walks.
And that would load up the bases once again. Figure a 3-1 count, a hitter's count. The pitch. Bunt shown, and he fouls it away. Bulls does a nice job to make the count full, and the bunt attempt there, I know it might not be the most orthodox thing, but I don't mind it at all. You have speed on the base path. Make something happen. Play small ball.
I like it.
3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch from Bulls. Chopped over to the left side and foul. In comparison to Clark State, Tri-C, not many foul balls.
No, they're kind of just getting up there and putting it in play the first pitch they see and can get contact to.
Tri-C right now a 75% success rate of getting the batter on the base path. Full count once again. The payoff. Hits him. A hard 94 Figueroa. And I feel like at that point it's a full count. You pack out of the way. You take ball 4 opposed to a hard 90.
It wasn't. I think it might have been off speed anyway, so. Looks like it just nicked him on the shoulder, I think.
Bases loaded now for Brendan Hazuda. 1-0 Tri-C on top, 1 down in the bottom of the first. A chance for more damage. The pitch. First pitch is low once again from Bulls.
And if you're Bulls here, you really got to hone in on the strike zone. You got to think no more free passes, but you can't give up the big damage dealer.
Everyone on this Tri-C roster has home run power. 18 bombs this year. 19 here would be huge. And another great break into the zone. 1-1.
Like I said, he's been going with that breaking ball, and it's been pretty good so far today.
A lot of times a pitcher's best pitch is their fastball, but in this case, it is the breaking ball that I believe has done pretty much 95% of the damage. Offered at and in there, 1-2 the count, and it is kept close by Papalios. Given the situation, unless you have a double play ball hit, getting out number 2 at the plate would be huge. Anything in the outfield, Tri-C scores run number 2. Here's the 1-2. Almost there, a good break, but just missing. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was a good pitch.
A lot of good misses yesterday over at Alliance, and it looks like today we might have the same. The 2-2. Chopped foul. A survival cut from Hazuda. After Hazuda, it is Joey Leonard, the shortstop, awaiting in the on-deck circle for the Triceratops. Bases loaded, 2-2 the count. The pitch. Thought about it, but kept close as it skims the dirt. Full count, 3-2.
You got to give him something to hit here. Can't give up 3 free passes in a row.
And at the same time, you cannot walk run number 2 home, especially against a team like Tri-C. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Here's the payoff pitch. Chopped left side and foul. Right as we say we don't see too much foul contact, we start getting a bunch from Hazuda.
Yeah, this has been a good battle.
A couple of good ones so far. The second full count in a row. Or I believe the third.
I think third, yeah.
Bulls trying to win it here for out number 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Did he go? It doesn't matter. It is in there for strike 3 looking. That is exactly what was needed for Clark State. Beautiful pitch.
Right in the strike zone, kind of they're on the inside. Hazuda didn't like the call, but 2 outs.
And that is strikeout number 1 from either side today. And now time is being called. Clark State, they will call a mound visit. Cam, Tri-C, they have the run that they wanted, but I feel like if they strand the bases loaded, that would be an unsuccessful inning.
Yeah, you do still win the inning with the 1 run, but bases loaded here early and a chance to really pounce on the Eagles. You really got to take advantage. We know Tri-C most likely will get many more chances this game, but if they don't, and this is their only chance, they really need to pounce.
Winning 1-0 is not sustainable. Going back to Alliance once again, last Friday, they beat Massillon 2-1. They knew that offense would not have been sustainable throughout the season. Since that game, 17 runs? Trying to think. 6 runs and then 7 runs was yesterday. I was trying to figure out which was which. It was JFK Catholic 6-2 and then 7-2 yesterday against Cuyahoga Falls. The offense has really ramped up, and today they have Green, a very good team, but if they were going to try and win every game 2-1, play that way, it just wouldn't work, especially because they don't have a lot of strikeout guys. Now, Tri-C, they do have a lot of strikeout guys, but at the same time, all it takes is 1 swing of the bat, especially at the collegiate level, and that's a run. In high school, it's a lot more likely that you could sustain a very low runs per game average and win a lot of games, but if you're putting up 1-2 runs a game at college,
It's tough.
you're not going to win many games. First pitch is capped low. 1-0 the count on Leonard. But we will see how Tri-C approaches this at-bat. They want more runs, but at the same time, they don't want to give a highlight play to Clark State. Count now 2-0. Obviously an out and out, but if there's a diving catch in center field, momentum, it quickly packs its bags and goes back to Clark State. 2 balls, no strikes on Leonard. The pitch. Beautiful break as it dips in. Strike 1.
I want to see that keep coming. I mean, that's a great pitch.
How much break did that have?
I don't know, get TrackMan out here.
Bulls, one heck of a breaking ball pitcher. That pitch is low and not offered at 3-1 the count. Obviously, you don't really want to sit with 1 pitch, but at this point, 3-1, 1 ball away from walking run number 2 home. You go with the breaking ball here. Swing and a miss. That also works.
You're not the collegiate pitcher.
I am not the collegiate pitcher or the catcher in this case who could call that. Full count 3-2. The runners will move on the offering. Clark State looking to hold off Tri-C's offense. The payoff. Cranked right up the gut. It is through into left center. 1 run will score. Now 2 runs as Tri-C puts 2 more on. 3-0 Triceratops.
And I mean, kind of a hit and a run, but executed perfectly. The first runner scores, and the other runner from second's already in motion, so easy 2 RBI single right there.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered for Tri-C. A perfectly placed ball that is now hit 3 of the game out of 7 attempts. Impressive work. And now up steps Ben Pierce, the first baseman. First pitch strike, 0-1 the count. Through 7 batters, 5 have reached safely. Here's the 0-1. Thought about it, but it is outside and low. Papaleo is yet another good block.
Looks like we do have some action in the Eagles bullpen. However, I can't really see who that is.
We will try and get confirmation on who that is during the break. Runner goes, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. The throwdown is not in time. Great speed from Leonard. And the way that he dove at the bag, Cam, he went for that back corner, the one facing center field. Based on where that throw was, a high IQ slide.
Absolutely.
2 runners in scoring position for Pierce. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bowles deals. Another good block from Papalios. Count evened up at 2-2. For Clark State next inning, it is Criswell, Johnson, and Hickey due up the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. 2s all the way around. 2-2 count, 2 down, 2 on the base path. The pitch. Swing and fouled away.
Barely. Looked like Papaleo almost caught it, and it kind of fell out of his glove, or I don't know. I couldn't really see.
At first, I didn't even know that he made contact, but a great survival cut from Pierce. He remains alive. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball left side of the infield. The throw across is in time, retiring the side. Berger, great composure and a great stretch from Criswell, puts away Pierce. But Tri-C, they get the last laugh. 3 runs cross in inning number 1. Top 2 upcoming in Parma. It is the Triceratops playing ahead yet again on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field as we are about to get inning number 2 underway of this doubleheader. Cam, it is Tri-C up 3-0. A very good offensive first inning. What does their defense need to do, if anything, differently from last time?
Yeah, kind of just the same. Gilbride's he was 3 for 3 on first pitch strikes, so if he keeps that up and then just be in the same position, be able to make plays. The Eagles came up swinging last time, which definitely don't mind for them. They got to try and get those 3 runs back.
First pitch to Criswell is a strike. Gilbride, 4th first pitch strike in a row.
Who did it? Who went 9 last time?
I'm pretty sure it was Gilbride. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Gilbride, he is on it now. 0-2 the count. And the impressive thing, Cam, no strikeouts yet from him. 3 forced good contacts for the defense. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away. That was a big talking point of the top of the first inning. Clark State fouling away a lot of pitches. How long can Gilbride stay in this game before he is worn out by foul balls alone? And based on that reaction, it looks like we are out of baseballs almost.
No, he told the Eagles to get back in the dugout.
That also works, but I'm sure at some point we are going to start running out. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 1 on the afternoon from Gilbride, and it retires Criswell for out number 1.
You just spoken into existence. Talking about he didn't have a strikeout. There it is.
And now it is Mason Johnson stepping in, the left fielder looking to get on the base path and help Clark State's offense out here. A good start for Tri-C. Ground ball left side of the infield, scooped up by Leonard. The throw on a zip is in time for out number 2.
Another first pitch strike, but good strong throw from Leonard across the diamond. I mean, kind of wasn't expecting that, but he got it there in time.
He is an early candidate for the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center player of the game. Already 2 RBIs, 1 for 1, and 1 put out over at short. Now up steps Nate Hickey, the right fielder. 2 up, 2 down in this frame. 5 up, 5 down overall for Tri-C's defense. 0-1 the count on Hickey.
Another foul ball. We should have been keeping track.
There's just too many already at this point. 1 strike on the right fielder. The pitch. Chopped right up the middle. A tough play. Leonard charges. The throw is in time. A great play by Leonard. He is able to get there, and on the reestablishment from Pierce, Hickey and the side is retired.
Absolutely another great play by Leonard on the run. Good, strong throw to first, and retires the last 2 batters. Retires the side of the Eagles.
Tri-C looking for win number 21 in a row. A good start for them so far. 3-0 the Triceratops on top. We will step aside and return to Parma in a minute. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Adam Rich, Pat Farrell, and Jackson Bowles will get us underway in the home half of the second inning for Tri-C. So far, Cam, a very good defensive game from Tri-C and a very good offensive game from, you guessed it, Tri-C. First pitch is a strike from Krupp, the new pitcher, now on for the Eagles. An impressive rap sheet so far. 5 appearances, 1-0 record, 4.1 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, and based on that, his K/9 rate, 14.5.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Now an 0-2, kind of a great offering from Krupp. And obviously it is a small sample size, not even 5 innings of work, but to be on that much efficiency with that minimal of a sample size, good work from him. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8 on the year for Krupp, and it puts away Rich for out number 1. So I guess that 14.5 is looking more and more realistic.
Yeah.
We go back to the top of the order with Pat Farrell, a base hit his first time up. Farrell, one of many heartbeats on this squad. Krupp looking to continue dominating on the mound. And his great start continues. 0-1 on Farrell.
4 pitches, 4 strikes.
Given that small sample size, the question is, how long can he really go for on the mound? That is my only concern. Ground ball over towards short. A nice hard charge. The throw is scooped in time for out number 2. Something changed. Something changed in that break. The defense looking really good right now for Clark State.
Yeah, good scoop over there at first base to finish off the play.
And now we will see Jackson Bowles step in. 2 up, 2 down so far. The pitch. A good miss there. 1-0 the count. Clark State looking really good right now defensively. Chopped foul left side and out of play. Count now 1-1. Cam, what does Tri-C need to change in their approach right now? Krupp right now has their number.
I think they just got to keep getting good, solid contact like they've been getting all day.
Another one, chopped foul and out of play. So now 1-2 the count. Krupp looking to get Tri-C in order here. And that would be an impressive feat given how hot of an offense they have. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ground ball over to the right side. Scooped up, and the play at first is in time. Krupp, an excellent cover from the mound, retires the side in order. What an inning from Clark State's defense.
Good pitching fielder play right there.
Always love a good pitcher fielding play. We will watch this one back. I mean, a thing of beauty. Great hustle, and it's a bang-bang play, but it's just not in time from Bowles. Tri-C goes in order. Clark State has some momentum. Can their offense get rolling when we return? That is the question. This is college baseball live on SmeeSports. Back on for the top of the 3rd inning at Ron Mottl Field. 3-0 Tri-C on top. Clark State's defense, Cam, they are the talk of the town. 3 up, 3 down from Tri-C in that last inning. One of very few times today, and not just today, excuse me, overall this season that we've seen that. That is just not Tri-C in their offense. They like to score. They like to put people on, but Clark State, for the most part there, figured them out. Count now 2-0 here on Gardner. Now 3-0. It is Gardner, Snyder, and Pugh due up this frame for the Eagles.
He's got to get back on kilter here with a strike.
That was his first ball on the first pitch.
Yeah, non-first pitch strike.
3-0, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Gardner. The first base runner of the game is now aboard for the Eagles. A swift change from last inning to now. The question is, can they keep it rolling? And Cam, if you are Snyder right now in the box. What would be your approach? Do you try and get a bunt down, move him along, or do you come out guns a-blazing?
I'm coming out guns a-blazing.
We will see what he decides to do here. I think a big part of it is whatever is called from the third base coaching box. No sign given. So we will see what he does. No bunt shown. It is hit to the right side, and it is scooped up, but foul. A good move, but still 0-1 the count.
It was close.
And at that point, he could have turned two depending on when he got it and depending on how far along the runner was. Obviously, when that ball is first hit, your first instinct is, okay, foul ball. You don't want to bring it in play and not be able to make the play. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Gilbride on it now.
Good off speed there.
2 strikes now on Snyder, the designated hitter. Gilbride checks Gardner over at first base. The pitch, just outside. A good idea trying to get him to chase, but Clark State, they are getting a little bit more patient in the box. They want to see the strikes. They want to see it first, and then they make their approach. Here's the 1-2. Skied into right field. A good amount of depth to it. Farrell gets underneath it and snags it for out number 1. That is Pat Farrell's first putout of the afternoon. And now we will see Caden Pugh, the center fielder, step in the 9-hole. Clark State still looking for their first hit of the afternoon. Runner at first, 1 down, top 3. Gilbride comes set and delivers. Ground ball weakly hit over to Miller. The charge, the chuck. It's in time for out number 2. A lot of charges today from Tri-C's defense. A couple of weak hit balls, but the left side of the infield at least, they are doing a lot to get there, and they are making plays off of it too.
Exactly. Good, like you said, good another play there by Miller. Throw on the run, good strong throw, and the runner on first does get to second, but they hold him at second.
And now up steps Cody Myers. He flew out to left field his first time up. Ground ball left side, and it is through. First base hit of the game. They will send Gardner. The play at the plate is in time. What a throw! Limitless range from Rich. How did he get that in there? With plenty of time to spare at that. Unbelievable. Clark State thought they had their first run of the ball game. Adam Rich says, nope, no you do not. What a chuck. Cam, what do you even say after that?
Yeah, kind of just wow. He came in there, one step, throw, perfect placement. Like you said, in plenty of time, tags him out there for out number 3 and keeps the Eagles off the board.
Clark State so close, but yet so far from scoring. Tri-C, their offense, hopefully given the wake-up call they needed. They will look to get revenge on the Sticks when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Hitters 3 through 5 due up in the home half of the third inning for Tri-C. An earlier start today than expected due to impending rain, but Tri-C's offense, they are right on time. 3-0, the Triceratops lead this one. Cam, your thoughts so far? Obviously, a big talk right now is that play in left field from Rich, but now Gallagher might have a play to add to that as it is going to fall in right center. He is into second base with a leadoff double. A good attempt out in center field, the full extension, but Gallagher beats it.
Yeah, the ball kind of just squeaked by his glove out there, unable to get the out. But like you said before the break, can their defense translate to their offense? First pitch, a double. Looks promising so far.
And now Brock Miller steps in. I think now it's time for Brock Miller to say, you know what, Vinny? I am the power hitter. Let me take care of this. If this ball is put in play, knowing Gallagher's speed, it's 4-0. First pitch is upstairs, 1-0 the count on Miller. Miller, we've talked about him a lot, a Keystone legend, one of the smaller schools in the area, but still a very good player and very well known despite the size of Keystone. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. It is in there from Krupp, 1-1 the count. This is his 6th appearance of the year, and as of right now, if he can continue to pitch as he did last inning, this will be his longest outing. Krupp sets, checks the runner at second base. A good lead from Gallagher. The pitch tries to break in, but it stays inside. 2-1 the count.
Kind of just didn't break and almost hit Brock Miller.
After Miller, it is Kyle Figueroa, the second baseman, due up. But Krupp so far a good start to his outing. Gallagher the only blemish. 2-1 the count and a good idea throwing back. Gallagher in plenty of time. But Vinny was getting a little bit greedy over at second base. A little bit too much of a lead. And he goes right back to it. A little bit more conservative this time around, but still a good amount of jump. Here's the 2-1. Cranked right up the gut. It is through into center field for a base hit. They will take the turn, and they will send Gallagher back to third. Put runners at the corners now. A little bit more power was needed, but Gallagher, he had his mind set on home. It was just his coach over at third base that said no.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a little bit hard to tell. He had to stop because it was a line drive, so he stopped and made sure the ball got down before he can continue on to third base, and by then, it would have been a very close play at the plate. And
that was the right thing to do. You have to check. I think everybody that is a Tri-C fan, rather he stands at third than in the dugout, retired. 1-0 the count on Figueroa. His first time up, he was hit by a pitch. And I believe it was on a full count, and he got beamed right at the end of it. Krupp checks the runner at first base. The pitch. Misses outside again. 2-0 the count.
The ball did damage to him. Now he's trying to do damage to the ball. Maybe not that ball specifically, because there have been a lot of foul balls.
Papa Leos is trying to potentially get Miller sleeping at first base, but he has to be careful. His one and only backpick attempt, it led to a run. And instead, Figueroa, a missile to the left side, and it is down! 1 run will score. Miller zipping around the base path. He will take the turn. The play at the plate is not in time! A 2 RBI double for Kyle Figueroa. 5-0, Tri-C on top.
Is that good enough for damage to the baseball?
I would say so. A massive rip from Figueroa into left field. Gallagher easily scores, but Miller, what hustle to make it around the horn.
Absolutely. He got on his horse, made it all the way around with a nice slide into home plate.
And now with Figueroa at second base, up steps Brendan Hazuda, the catcher, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout looking. Krupp sets and fires. First pitch is inside, 1-0 the count. Hazuda just had to kind of move his bat up and out of the way. But Tri-C, 5 runs so far, 3 in the first, 2 in this frame. 6 hits, good efficiency as expected. Runner goes. It is low. The throw to 3 is not in time. A good steal.
And he got a really, really good jump. Kind of a running start almost.
Without that start, it was an excellent throwdown from Papalios. It just looked a little bit less because it was such a good jump. But the throw was there. The tag was there. Time just was not on their side. 3-0 the count on Hazuda. It is Joey Leonard, the shortstop, awaiting in the on-deck circle. He is responsible for 2 of the runs on an RBI single his last time up. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch goes to the outside corner and in there, 3-1. Hazuda, he thought that was a walk. This time he just lets it go and gets back in the box. Probably the right call. Kropp looking to battle back. Fires inside, and this time it is ball 4 on Hazuda. Put runners at the corners now for Joey Leonard. And still, Cam, nobody down.
Yeah, and if we revisit that question of will that defensive play turn into the offense, I think we can say yes, confidently.
The other universe right now, in comparison to this one, is if that was a catch in right center on the dive, I think we would be out of the inning right now, and we would already be in the top of the 4th and cruising. But that ball falling, it changes the game completely. Kropp will stay in, it appears, for the time being, as there is no action in Clark State's bullpen. And as we said, Cam, now you really have to be careful. You cannot go to a third arm this early on in the game. It's a doubleheader. You don't have the luxury of a day off. No, you have 20 minutes and a pizza break between games. That's about it.
Yeah, pretty much. Eat a nice peanut butter and jelly and get your butt back out there.
That's exactly what is going to happen. I believe they have 5:30 now as the anticipated start time of Game 2. I don't know how long we need to play Game 2 for it to count. I think it's 5 full. But I think we should confirm that before game number 2 because there are storms expected. We could be done at 7 on the dot.
Depending on how quickly this game goes as well.
If they can start early, they will. Leonard stepping in, runners at the corners, no one down. Bunt shown, pulled back. It is at head level. 1-0 the count. And Leonard, he just tried to escape that one. Kropp checking the runner over at first base. The 1-0 bunt shown, almost hits him again. 2-0 now.
That was scary. Was a breaking ball too.
I think one thing's for sure. Kropp does not want a bunt attempt from Leonard. The throwback to 1 is not in time. Figure he will stay put over at third. 5-0 Tri-C on top. They look to make a play towards a run rule at the end of the 5th. And looking at the way their offense is rolling, they have a good chance to get there.
Still no outs here.
2-0. Bunt, it is down the right side. No one covering at first. The throw is not in time as it goes wide left. 1 run will score. It is Figure sliding on into third base for Tri-C. It is Hazuda, and Leonard does it again. RBI number 3 on the game for Joey Leonard. Hit number 7 as well, as that is how they score it. Even if that throw was there, I don't know if it was in time.
I think he was still going to beat it out.
But Joey Leonard, as we said, a very good candidate for the Healthies U Chiropractic Center player of the game.
That shows why right there.
And we will announce that at the end of this game. Obviously, we don't want to speak too soon as a lot still can happen. First pitch hits him. A hard 90 for Pierce, and that will load up the bases for Adam Rich. And as his walk-up song suggests, he is a superstar. And I think he proved that in left field to end the top of the 3rd with that throw home to Hazuda.
Absolutely. Hopefully he can translate it to his offensive game right here.
He definitely does have the power. Can he use it? Bases loaded. Nobody out. The pitch. Oh, no. It's a meat ball sent deep to right, but not enough. It will score one, at least one. There's a collision in right. It falls. 1 run will score. They send a second. The relay home is not in time. A scorer's nightmare, but it scores 2. That was a heavy collision between Pugh and Hickey. A very good launch angle off the bat. It fooled me. But that is not at all what you wanted to see. Not only because the ball falls, but that was a heavy collision.
Yeah, they were both running full speed at each other. Now the trainer's going to go out there and check on them. Hopefully they're both okay.
Unfortunate there. But Cam, overall, break down this game. 8-0 Tri-C on top. And the run rule runners are on the base path.
It's still no outs.
It looks like they saw what Alliance did against Perry, 14 runs, and said, you know what? That is not going to be the most runs scored in a game on this channel this week. If we see 2 double-digit run innings in 1 week, I don't even know what you say there. And now the question is, do they remove Krupp? There is some action in the bullpen for Clark State. But as I said before, at what point do you just save your pitching for the next game?
Exactly. Kind of just got to cut your losses. Looks like both center fielder and right fielder are okay.
And that's what matters right now. That was a very scary collision. Glad to see both okay. Obviously, that's not the play you want to see, but you have to give them props. They are hustling as hard as they can. A 6-0 game. They know that. They're still giving it their all. And if you're a coach trying to get some guys from JUCO, that is what you want to see, that sort of hustle. Now Farrell steps in, 2 runners on, nobody down. The pitch. Bunt shown, it's at head level. He ducks out of the way. 1-0 the count on Pat Farrell. A tough one there, right at the noggin.
I guess he doesn't like them bunting.
I'm surprised we didn't hear "We Have Ice." 1 ball, no strikes on Farrell. 1 for 2 on the day, a base hit and a ground out to his name. The throw back to second, not in time. But Adam Rich, he did what he needed to do. Put the ball in play, and everything else fell into place. 1-0 the count on Farrell. We know his power. I would not be surprised to see him swing away here. He says no, pulls it back, and now he swings away. Skies it in left field, still not a gimme play. It looks like it's falling, and it will. The throw to 3 for the putout is in time. An obscure fielder's choice for out number 1.
From the shortstop from left field.
Fielder's choice, 8, no, not 8. It'd be 6 to 5.
But from left field.
Once again, another scorer's nightmare. We see so many, but that was an interesting play.
That was very interesting.
You get the lead runner. That is what matters, and that could be a business decision out there. Obviously, we are not inside their minds, but either way, it pays off. As that ball is cranked into right center field, Bulls will score at least 1 run for Tri-C. On the bobble, he goes to 2. The throw is not in time. He gets around the tag. What a play from Jackson Bowles. An RBI single, and he advances on the error. We will watch back that play at second. He hesitates on the bobble. That's the error that gives him second base. Yeah, he's around it.
Yeah, he kind of just extends out that lead arm and then pulls it back and puts his left arm out there and gets that back corner of the base.
A nice little swim move in. 9-0 Tri-C, 6 runs this frame, and the offense is back to its best. And speaking of back, we are back to the top where we began this inning with Gallagher. Still 1 down, 2 in scoring position. The pitch. Perfect break in the zone, 0-1. That is the one bright spot today from Clark State. Their breaking balls have been spectacular.
Yeah, they've been kind of just hanging on the outside corner, but that's exactly where you need them to be.
9-0 Tri-C, bottom 3. The pitch. Breaks to the corner. The throw back down to 2 is not in time. An interesting move to try and get that, especially with a 10-0 game on the line there. I don't mind the move, but
A bad throw makes it 10, and the other runner moves up to third.
At least, depending on where that ball sails. Right center field, a lot of real estate out there. One bad bend, and it's 11-0. The pitch. In there, hit to left field. A good amount of power still going on back. It falls in. At least one run will score for Tri-C. It goes down as an RBI double for Vinny Gallagher. 10-0, Tri-C on top.
And the offensive onslaught just continues. Looked like 2 runs might have been able to score there, but the runners on both second and third had to make sure the ball got down. It was kind of a line drive, but the ball just kept carrying and carried farther than we thought, and obviously than the left fielder thought. But ends up for a double.
Gallagher 2 for 3. He is now about to be averaging .530. I think .522 on the year before today. Wow. 7 runs this inning. The first pitch to Miller is sent into the skies, into left center, and it is caught in center for out number 2. And a wise decision to retreat over at third base. The throw wide would have most likely resulted in the runner scoring, but you have the time. Wait, keep 2 in scoring position, and now it's a chance for Figure to get yet another 2 RBI double.
Good to see the center fielder call off the shortstop this time, though. I saw that and was like, phew, I don't want no more. We don't need any more collisions today.
He learned from it. That's what matters. Obviously, you don't want to make that mistake in game, but if you can put that behind you and you can make the play the next time, that's what matters. First pitch upstairs to Figure, 1-0 the count. Figure 1 for 1 on the day, a 2 RBI double, and a hard 90 to his name. For Clark State next inning, it is Berger, Papalios, and Criswell due up in the 2, 3, and 4 holes. The 1-0. A good block from Papalios makes it 2-0. But a great inning so far for Tri-C. This is batter number 12 of the frame, and 7 runs have scored. This will most likely be the final inning that we do see Krupp. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch almost hits him again, but at the same time, it almost hit his bat.
Yeah, you got to bring the bat down when you go back down, because I've seen some funky plays where the bat just hits the ball and ends up in play.
Now, if he's able to reach on that, genius. 3 balls, no strikes on Figure. The pitch. Well outside. Load up the bases once again. And this time it is Brendan Hazuda stepping in. A strikeout looking and a walk to his name. Can he give the ball a ride? It looks like the action from the bullpen is done. I think this will be Krupp's last batter regardless of the outcome.
That's what I was going to say.
Tri-C struggled against him in the second inning, but the third inning, struggle is not even a concept. 7 runs so far, bases loaded for Hazuda. Can Tri-C continue to add on? Ground ball left side and foul. If he can get the ball down the line like that, obviously you don't want it left side because of the throw home, but I think 2 runs score on that.
Absolutely, because they're running on anything right now, because 2 outs. Before, they've had to wait a couple of times like we've seen today, but 2 outs, any contact, they're going.
And you take that risk. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Breaks, but just misses the zone. A great idea, though. That was a great pitch just outside the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Bases loaded in the bottom of the third inning. Krupp sets and fires. The back pick down to 2, goes wide left, but it is somehow caught. That angle, I think, Cam, you saw it at the same time that I did. I thought that was screaming to left center.
I didn't even see the shortstop there. He kind of lost contact with the ball for a moment as he went behind the runner on second.
They call it a strike. 1-2 the count. Krupp trying to get out of the inning. Cranked into left field, a good amount of power, and it falls. 1 run will score, and they hold the second. It's an RBI single for Brendan Hazuda. Make it 11-0 Tri-C on 9 hits. 8 runs this inning, and Cam, I can't believe I'm even saying this. We are 2 runs away from the second double-digit runs in an inning game this week. 14 on Monday. It's 8 right now.
I honestly think the left fielder could have caught that if he kept a full head of steam going.
If he misses, that's 2 runs at least. Ground ball down the line, foul. As that one gets passed, that's exactly what they are going to do. Attack the left side. They are ahead of everything. But it's Joey Leonard stepping in. 3 RBIs so far, Cam. 2 for 2.
Kind of surprised to still see him pitching. Maybe they're just going to let him finish out this inning.
Or the game. We will see. 1 strike. The pitch. Wide. The back pick. Fake down to 1. Now that move I love. That was a great idea. It caused everyone to kind of freak out.
With no risk involved.
It's a great heads-up play. Papa Leos, he has had a great game. Obviously, a couple have gone away from him. But for the most part, he has played really well. Here's the 1-1. Cranked right up the middle. That is through for a base hit. 1 run will score. They send another. The play at the plate will not happen. Another 2 RBI single for Joey Leonard. 3 for 3. 3 singles. 5 RBIs. 2 putouts. What more do you want? There it is. Double-digit runs in an inning for the second time this week on the channel. I'm baffled. I know Tri-City's offense is very potent. I didn't think we'd see that number get hit yet again, Cam. Unbelievable. We will see a pitching change from the Triceratops. We will go to commercial in the meantime. 10 runs this inning scored by the Triceratops. It is all Tri-C. 13-0 over Clark State. This is college baseball live on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Ben Pierce now on to hit for Tri-C for the second time this inning. On the mound for Clark State, it is now Tyler Wright wearing number 32. 10 runs this inning scored by Tri-C's offense. Domination. That is the only way you can put it. First pitch fouled away by Pierce. 0-1 the count. If this result holds, as it most likely will, Cam, we will be done with Game 1 in 5 innings. And that is good for the rain that is coming in. Obviously, some clouds now joining us here. They are not really welcome. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. A good delivery from Wright. right now, the way that this game is going, the new pitcher bounce is really what is helping Clark State. 0 the count, 2 down. 2 runners still on for the Triceratops. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Right gets out of the inning. 3 pitches in a row, 3 strikes, and that retires the side. But Cam, the damage has been done for a long time now. Tri-C plates 10 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. We flip to the top of the 4th inning in Parma. Tri-C 13, Clark State 0, your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Back on for the top of the 4th inning on the campus of Tri-C. Cam, 13-0, the Triceratops on top. Complete domination. Your thoughts so far?
I mean, absolutely. After that play from left field from Rich, they came alive in the bottom of the 3rd. I mean, leadoff double to start it, and then really just didn't stop the onslaught from there. 10 runs in total, and they're looking to keep it going here on defense.
The 0-1 cranked left side, and it is through for a leadoff single. Berger, a very good cut over to the left side.
It's their second base hit of the day, but the only one that will continue the inning because the first one came at the last event, the end of last inning, and Rich threw the guy out at home.
So it is 2 in a row.
Yes.
The offense starting to wake up for Clark State, but the question is it too late? First pitch to Papalios inside 1-0. Obviously, Tri-C up 13-0. The game all but over, but if you are Clark State, a victory is keeping this game going to 7 innings. That's what they are playing for right now. Here's the 1-0. Runs inside, 2-0 the count. Now the question is, come playoff time, how far can Tri-C go? It looks like they will win the conference undefeated 8-0 so far. Can they make it to regionals? Can they make it past there? Can they make it to the championship? Another good hit over to the left side, and it is through. The 3rd hit in a row for Clark State's offense, spanning across 2 innings. The top of the order, 1, 2, and 3 have the 3 hits. Tri-C, no action quite yet in their bullpen, but it looks like we will get some in a few moments. This would not be a bad time to put in one of their guys who they really don't see often. Now stepping in, it is Criswell. 2 runners on, no one down. Swing and a miss, runner goes. A good opportunity for Hazuda, but doesn't get there in time. That puts 2 in scoring position. An excellent response, though, by Clark State so far. 2 hits, 2 in scoring position. They aren't giving up, and that is what I really like about this team. They have heart, and they are fighting. Here's the 0-1. Hit off the bat, right side, foul.
The only bad thing if they keep this game going is the likelihood that we get the second game in becomes lower and lower.
But Clark State right now, they don't really care about that. They just want good reps. 0-2 the count still on Criswell. And it is in there for out number 1. Keegan Gilbride freezes Criswell. And that is strikeout number 2 on the afternoon for Keegan.
Both of them have been Criswell.
It's weird to see only 2 from him because he has looked so good on the mound. And now up steps Mason Johnson, 0 for 1 on the day. Gilbride fires it in, and it is fouled away to the backstop. 0-1 the count. For Tri-C next inning, it is Rich, Farrell, and Bowles due up. 15 batters stepped in the box last frame. 15. 0-1 the count on Johnson. Off the plate there, 1-1. And now officially we do have some action. It looks like for a second there's still the same amount of action, just some light soft toss being thrown. We will see if Tri-C does make the change. Popped over right side. This should put Clark State on the board. They will send it, and on the slip, that confirms the run. Farrell did all he could to get the ball in, and that sacrifice will put Clark State on the board. A good bit of hitting from Johnson. He will get the sack, and now with a runner at third base, run number 2, 90 feet away, the pressure is on Hickey to get him home. Clark State will take it. They do have a run now. Can they work off of it and get more? 2 down in the top of the 4th inning for the Eagles. They still need a total of 3 runs to avoid a run rule. And that will be put into effect next inning. So they have 4 outs to work with. And that is assuming that 3-run number that Tri-C does not score in the 4th.
Which, if they play offense like how they did last inning, it's unlikely.
1 strike. Gilbride sets and fires. Cranked left side, and it is down. Run number 2 of the afternoon for the Eagles will score. It's an RBI single for Nate Hickey. A good bit of hitting once again over to that left side, roped over the infield. The Eagles offense starting to come alive.
Yeah, sends it right through that hole, and like we've been talking about all day, it's just a game of momentum. And right now, it's all rolling with the Eagles, even after Tri-C's big offensive onslaught.
Now up steps Gardner. 0 for 0 on the day. He has walked so far. 0-1 the count now on the third baseman. It'll be interesting to see what the Eagles can do down the stretch in this game. Can they keep it alive, or will Tri-C try and shut the door with a lot more runs next frame? The pitch. Hit right side, and it is through. Another base hit. They will go to 3. The play is not in time. A great slide over to the hot corner. Put them at the corners. Hickey, great hustle.
And now they're kind of starting to come alive here. They're just singles, but those singles are starting to add up here.
They only trail by 6 hits against Tri-C. The big difference, though, the errors. 4 errors to 0. That is the only difference. The pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1 the count on Snyder.
Good breaking ball there.
Can Clark State pretty much get rid of the run rule? They have a chance to at least get even with it, which still ends the game after the 5th. 0-1. The pitch. Runs inside. A good eye in the box from Snyder evens us up at 1-1. Once again, you are watching Collegiate Baseball live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. 1 ball, 1 strike on Snyder. The nod, the pitch, swing and a miss. A good delivery from Gilbride. Clark State down to their final strike in the top of the 4th. They need a hit here. They need a run. A good inning so far. 2 runs have crossed. The 1-2. Fouled away. A good survival swing, and it looks like the foul contact starting to eke back into this contest.
Yeah, we got to it early and then kind of stopped, but it's coming back.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Snyder, the designated hitter. The pitch, well outside, a good snatch from Hazuda. That evens us up at 2-2. Still runners at the corners for the Eagles. A good battle this frame from Clark State. A good response. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball over to the left side, and the play is made at second base, retiring the side. Clark State able to plate 2 runs, but they still trail big in this one. 13-2, Tri-C on top. The Triceratops offense looks to put this game to rest when we return. This is college baseball live on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Back on for the bottom of the 4th inning, live at Ron Mottl Field. A big game for Tri-C as expected. 13-2 they lead against Clark State. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. If you are just joining us, bunt shown on the first pitch of the frame, but it misses the zone. 1-0 the count on Rich. It is Tyler Wright on the mound for those of you just joining us as well or rejoining us as he relieved Krupp and threw 3 pitches last inning, and Cam, all of which were strikes.
Not the same case here.
2 balls on Rich so far. Rich last time was able to get a couple of runs across due to an error/collision in right center. 2-1 now the count on the left fielder who otherwise has struck out swinging. The pitch. A good break, but too much. 3-1. It is Pat Farrell in the on-deck circle for Tri-C. Here comes the pitch from right. Misses outside. A 5-pitch walk. And now up steps Pat with no possible other nickname, Farrell. We're not going to say his nickname, but he's had it for a while. It's whatever everyone calls him, but I don't think we're brave enough for that.
I mean, you don't want to.
You're not going to either.
Exactly.
But Pat Farrell with a nickname that starts with the letter D.
Famous celebrity.
Famous celebrity at that. That's one way to say it. First pitch is fouled away, 0-1 on Farrell. But it's interesting because it was his nickname for a long time, and I talked to people who played travel with him. They said, yep, that's the case. And even his Twitter handle has that name and his last name. I mean, it's weird nowadays, but it works perfectly for him. The 0-1. Low 1-1.
Look, I'm just not saying it because you don't want me to say it.
It's the announcer's nightmare of having a name that's unfortunate like that, but still, he's one heck of a player. 1-1 the count on Farrell. The pitch. Hits him. So Pat Farrell will take first. I still want to hear the backstory behind the nickname. I still want to hear it because I've asked people and they just have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be a question for Joe Kinney and the rest of the North Royalton Bears. And they, assuming the rain holds off, take the field in 40 minutes against Holy Name. Will that game get completed? I'm going to say no.
I looked on the radar and it said rain was expected about 5:30. So
We will see how much of that game they play. First pitch is skied over to the left side. It is in foul territory and caught for out number 1. Bulls jammed on that offering. The next Tri-C game that we have is another doubleheader next Sunday, as I believe they welcome in Hawking College. And then our final doubleheader before the playoffs, it is on April 26th. Yes, it's a Saturday. Brian Stratton comes in. We get to see Coach C-Max and his squad. Coach C-Max, he will be coaching in the WRCL this year, as I believe he took over the force program. Coach Mosley of Westlake, he will just be more on the administrative side of things, and he will let Coach C-Max do his thing. And they will now play at John Carroll this year, opposed to Westlake. 1-0 the count on Gallagher. Right comes set. Runner goes. The pitch. Actually, both go. The throw to 3 is not in time. For a second there, and still part of me thinks they got him.
That was close.
Very close indeed. It goes down as a strike or ball.
Oh, I think that was a strike.
1-1 the count. I know that one. I just didn't see if it was a ball or a strike. It was a good pitch. I just didn't know what they officially designated it as. And speaking of good pitches, another great break into the zone. 1-2 the count.
The third pitcher we've seen for the Eagles, all 3 have had good breaking balls.
Gallagher trying to put this ball in play. Tri-C, they really want at least 1 run this inning, and that will help them ensure a run rule. Popped left side. It is playable in foul territory, and it is caught on a dive for out number 2. But on that tag, they will score. That is the other end of the sword. You have out number 2, but a run scores on the tag.
And luckily, the runner from second did not move up because the third baseman and shortstop both left. Luckily, the second baseman, smart thinking, went to cover third.
14-2 now the score. We've seen a lot of creative ways runs have scored. That might be one of the most creative that we've seen. Right checks the runner at second base. A very good lead. The pitch. It is away from the zone. 1-0 on Miller. And Miller is still a guy that you want to pitch away from. You do not attack Brock Miller. If you do, he will attack right back. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. In there, 1-1. A good get right from right. He attacked the zone, which is, as I said moments ago, a very risky strategy against Miller. You want to go to the corners, whether it be inside or out, but he attacks it head on, and it works. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Breaks in. Beautiful. 1-2.
We've seen a lot of those today, and that one was another beauty.
I don't even know what you compare it to. It is just such a great breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right, looking to get out of the inning. Hit right side, and it sneaks through. Miller, the base hit. They will send the runner. The play at the plate will not happen. It is cut off. An RBI single for Brock Miller. Make it 15-2. And the 2 runs surrendered in the top portion of the frame. They are immediately reciprocated. A good job by Tri-C. They wanted 2 runs this inning at least, Cam, and they got them. And now up steps Kyle Figure, hit by a pitch, a 2 RBI double, and a walk to his name. But before the pitch, a throwback to 1 will not be in time. But Figure looking to continue moving the needle for Tri-C. Another throwback, and another one, well, not in time. The Eagles just trying to keep Tri-C a little bit more honest. The pitch. Hits him. Another hard 90 for Kyle Figure. It looks like he just has a magnet for the ball.
I guess so.
2 on now, 2 down, and up steps Brendan Hazuda. An RBI single his last time up. Every at-bat, he has gotten a little bit better today. His first time up, a strikeout looking. Second one, a walk. Last one, an RBI single. Can he ramp it up one more level? 2 on, 2 down. The pitch. Misses upstairs. A good miss. 1-0 the count. But Tri-C game number 2, it remains yet to be seen who they are throwing. A lot of guys they could. But if they pitch as well as Gilbride has, they look to be in for some success. 1-1 now the count as that pitch finds the zone. But Cam, as you said a little while ago, for those just joining us, rain expected in the next hour. So we will see how much, if at all, we play game number 2. I think we'll at least start it. It just depends if we do complete it to its entirety.
Depends on how bad the rain is as well. Because the infield is turf. However, the outfield is grass.
Now, if Tri-C plays 10 in the first inning, I think we are going to have a quick game. But then again, we could see the opposite happen. 2-1 the count on Hazuda. The pitch. Sent up the middle, and it is through for a base hit. They will send Miller. The play at the plate will once again be cut off. Put runners at the corners and give Brendan Hazuda a second RBI single. The runs continue to pile on. 16-2 the score. Entering play today, Tri-C averaging 11.4 runs per game. Once again, they are above par. The pitch. Ground ball, left field line, scooped at third. The throw across is passed. Figure Eight will score from third. The runners continue to move along, and going into second base is Leonard. That scores yet another run, make it 17-2. A little 2-out rally brewing from Tri-C.
Looks like we are going to have a pinch hitter for Tri-C.
It is number 22, Ethan Green. A good move by Coach Sahlberg. Get some of your younger guys. I mean, the whole team's young, but some guys that don't really play sometime. And Green, we've seen him a few times, but he is not one of the mainstays in the lineup. Give him a run out here. It just would have been a fourth at-bat of a very successful game for Tri-C. Mix things up and keep your offense rolling and give him a chance to build his confidence with 2 RBIs in prime position to score. Right, coming set. Deals. They fake the back pick back to 2. 1-0 the count. And another good move by Papalios. He tries and gets that baited movement from third. Doesn't get it. No harm, no foul. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Breaks in, almost hits him.
I thought that was going to hit him.
It looked like it was going to. 2-0 the count, and Cam giving game number 2. It looks like this will be the final pitcher of the game for Clark State. Right, coming set. Fires. Chopped weakly to the right side. This should do it for the inning. The flick over 2-1 is in time. The pitcher fielding play from right retires the side, but not before Tri-C plates 4. A good offensive inning from the Triceratops. Clark State down by 15. Their final ups are up next when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Clark State down to their final 3 outs of game number 1. This is college baseball live on SmeeSports. If you are just joining us, first off, thank you for joining us this afternoon. A little bit earlier of a start than expected. But he's Cam Ragazzo, and I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. 0-1 the count on Pew to get us underway in the top of the 5th inning. The Eagles need 6 runs to keep this game going. Chopped into right center field, a good amount of carry, and it is called off by Farrell for out number 1. A nice play in right. And now we go back to the top of the order. Cody Myers, 1 for 2 on the day, a fly out and a base hit to his name. But stay tuned for game number 2. I would say right now, we are going to start at 5 o'clock, which it's very rare that a doubleheader stays on track, but a very quick game number 1. And that will give us a very good option to start the game on time for game number 2. It just depends how much time they give in between games. But anticipate 5 p.m. pretty much the moment this game's over and we are able to announce player of the game and all those other things. We will have the new link up and ready to go. And then from there, it will just sit until we are ready to play. 1-1 the count. But for those trying to find it from here, if it is not a suggestive video, go under the live tab on the page, and you should be able to find it right above this one, most likely. Bunt shown and offered at 1-2 the count. As well, if you want an easier way to find it going outside the YouTube app, go to Twitter, go find the post. There should be a link to game 2. Otherwise, pretty clear cut. You'll find it. The 1-2. Hit right side, foul. Yeah, game number 2. It'll be interesting to see how long of it we play. If we do have a rain delay, we will stay here. We just will have action every so often talking about the game and probably just talking about baseball in its entirety that just started. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Clark State down to their final out, and Tri-C sounds their final countdown. Berger steps in as the last line of offense for Clark State. Stay tuned at the end of this game as we will announce the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center player of the game. And I think Cam and I are in agreement, but we will have one final commercial break and then make the announcement. 1-0 the count on Berger. He, like Myers, 1 for 2 on the day. The pitch. Sky left side, a high hanger in foul territory. And the play is made. Tri-C wins game number 1, 17-2. Win number 21 in a row for the Triceratops.
Wow.
That's one way to say it, Cam. 17-2 your final. What a performance by the Triceratops. Break it down real quick. The main inning that we look at, it's the 3rd inning. 10-run score.
Yeah, and that really kind of set them apart the rest of this game, gave them the momentum. The Eagles were able to come back and get 2 runs in the top of the 4th, but not enough.
We will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors one final time and then be back on to hear about just this game in general a little bit more, and then we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. This is college baseball live on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. 17-2 Tri-C on top of Clark State in game one of our doubleheader. Your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. No doubt in my mind, and yours, Cam, Joey Leonard. We read out this stat sheet. 3 for 4. First at bat, 2 RBIs and a single. Second at bat, 1 RBI and a single. And then a repeat in his third at bat, a 2 RBI single, plus a couple putouts in the field. Talk about him. Elite performance from him.
Yeah, just being able to go up there and hit with runners in scoring position. Even though they're just singles, they still were able to get multiple runs home and kind of propel their offense forward, like you said, and then putouts in the field. That first play he made, wow, what a cannon. I mean, I didn't expect it, but that ball came out of his hand like a rocket. And the next one was the one on the run. He still made a great throw, able to get the runner just before. And like he said, just an all-around great performance from the Triceratops today.
17-2, your final in game number one. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe here to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Trying to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. If you want to help out in a monetary fashion, you can sponsor a broadcast, whether you be someone who owns a business, you know someone who does, or if you want your team covered, if you are able to sponsor that game, we will do everything we can to make it there. Contact me at one of those avenues. If you own a business, we will do an ad just like we did for the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, who once again is our Game 1 Player of the Game sponsor and CrossFit Strongsville. I'm looking forward to going to the chiropractor tomorrow, Cam, 9:15 in the morning. My back is killing me, but I know after I go, it's going to feel a lot better. That's just not me saying it. I know it is. I mean, the equipment, it is not light in carrying it up these stairs. Ooh, a little bit of pain from that. But that will do it for game number one. 17-2, Tri-C on top. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee. We will be back on in around 25 minutes at 5 p.m. for game two of our doubleheader. Tri-C wins in dominating fashion in game one. They look to repeat the feat later. We will see you then. If you are just joining us for game number one, we thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.